Good afternoon, and what an honor it is to be here with you today. My name is Chris Stearns, and I'm running for Auburn City Council position number 1. I'm running because I believe that each of us deserves a voice that represents our values and our interests. The time has come for our City Council to truly represent the people, the diversity, the youth, the elders who are residents of our city. Together, we can make Auburn a thriving community with a bright and prosperous future. My life's experiences have taught me how to stand up and fight for justice. As a Native American, a Navajo, and someone who spent the first 3 years of my life in foster care in Los Angeles County, I know what it means to struggle, to fight, to get knocked down, but also to stand back up on my feet. As a lawyer with a 30-year career representing Native American tribes, I know what it means to battle power, to pursue justice for those who need help in times of trouble, and to speak for those who cannot speak for themselves. Auburn is a city that is rapidly growing, but like many cities, we have issues that demand our attention. We need to address homelessness, renters' rights, and better wages. We've grown from a population of 70,000 to 80,000 in just a decade. The risk of losing housing and becoming homeless is now greater than ever. As new homeowners, my family and I, we understand the barriers to affordable housing and the need to protect renters. I will work hard to make sure that Auburn is not just a great place to live, but also an affordable place to live. I believe our City Council should work harder to bring better paying jobs to workers, to increase wages wherever possible, and to recognize the historic value that union jobs have meant for all of us in our city. I also recognize that City Hall means a lot in the lives of Auburn citizens every day. I understand how important it is that we run an efficient government based on good service delivery, like picking up the trash and improving the quality of life for every day in Auburn residents. Finally, I've seen the blistering impact of substance abuse and addiction in our community. Auburn has an abundance of recovery homes and centers, but we can do more to give hope to those who need it the most. My family, we've been profoundly impacted by addiction, and I'm proud to have successfully worked with the Seattle Indian Health Board as the board president to increase treatment and services available to those who need it at the Thunderbird Treatment Center. If elected, I will bring the same compassion, empathy, and love to our community so that those who need it most in our city can find help and a chance for a new life. I welcome the challenge, and I look forward to the hard work ahead. In closing, I'd like you to vote for me, Chris Stearns, because when we win, it will be because we chose to put our families, our children, our elders, and our workers and our future first. Thank you.
Hello, my name is James JEYARAJ, and I'm running to serve you and your family on the Auburn City Council, position 3. I have extensive history as a community leader, volunteer, and political activist in Auburn. Currently, I am in the aerospace industry and have experience with project management, working with diverse teams, and completing projects on time and under budget. Originally from Singapore, I've called the Pacific Northwest home since 1985, and eventually moving to Auburn in 2007. Since then, I've been active in the Auburn community as a board member for the City Parks and Recreation Board, as well as volunteering at the community events. Auburn is an amazing city with a ton of potential to continue to grow and attract new residents and businesses. As your City Council member, it is my pledge to work with the Mayor and my fellow council members to work towards common goals and workable solutions. We have big city problems we are facing, including the homelessness, the opioid epidemic, affordable housing, and improving the quality of life for our residents. It is going to take true partnership between the city residents and business community to develop innovative solutions to make headway on these problems. I also think it is imperative we set benchmarks so our community members know we are making progress on these fronts and we have results to show. I want to work hard to bring jobs and economic opportunity home for our residents. But in order to continue to attract quality employers and new residents, we need to make strategic investments to ensure Auburn is a place we are all proud to call home. This means we need to invest additional funds in public safety, repairing our roadways and sidewalks, and ensuring we continue to have a vibrant park system. These are the amenities that new residents and businesses look at when looking for a new home. I want to create an Auburn that is welcoming to everyone and ensure it is a place everyone sees an opportunity for themselves. I'm looking forward to meeting you and hearing your vision for Auburn over the next coming months. I'd be honored to have your consideration and your vote. My name is James JEYARAJ, running for Auburn City Council, position 3. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ken Pearson, candidate for Auburn City Council, position 3. Councilmember Bill Pelosa, who has served Auburn honorably and admirably, is stepping down, so I'm stepping up because we need a voice of common sense for Auburn City Council, not another bobblehead with a rubber stamp. We need a voice for fiscal responsibility, not an agenda of political correctness that has no return on investment. Although well-meaning, these policies are misguided, ineffective, destructive, and a giant waste of money. We're talking about your tax dollars, and you work hard for that money. The City Council should work just as hard to be responsible on how that money is spent in order to provide expected services. Someone needs to look out for the taxpayer. Someone on City Council needs to look out for you. The City Council's job is to provide an environment that makes it possible for a safe, secure, and prosperous community. We have local issues that need local solutions. We don't need to embrace the failed policies of the big city. Like a cancer, the symptoms of these failed policies are spreading into surrounding communities. And some of these failed policies have been embraced by some, but not all of our local leaders. You've seen the negative results: rampant drug use in our streets, hypodermic needles in our parks, schoolyards, and playgrounds, an increase in crime, from misdemeanors to felonies, sexual assaults, and violent attacks. We have such a rise in shoplifting that some stores are closing and others are considering it. MS-13 and other criminal gangs are here and operate with impunity. Where they're little peewee gangs, they are marking their territory with graffiti. I've seen bus stops used by street dealers to sling their poison. I've seen drug deals go down in the parking garage behind City Hall. And instead of true compassion for the homeless, with a tough love approach towards helping them, we seem to be endorsing a policy of enabling bad behavior. The old adage comes to mind: give a man a fish, he eats for a day. Teach a man to fish, he eats for life. The Auburn Police Department should always have the full support of the City Council and the mayor. In order to make and keep our streets safe, we need to take the handcuffs off the cops and put them back on the criminals. We need to enforce a broken windows policy. When we crack down on the smaller crimes, we greatly diminish the bigger crimes. It's the policies of King County that are the biggest problem. And I will fight the county if I have to in order to ensure the safety of our city and its citizens. I refuse to sacrifice our innocent children and our hardworking citizens to the misguided ideology of ambitious, self-serving politicians and other corruptocrats. We need to reestablish priorities. Take care of what's important first before we address vanity projects. We need to take care of those who take care of us: the police, firefighters, first responders, utility workers, among others. It's the taxpayers who are footing the bill. Their concerns need to be addressed first, not those who refuse to be productive and contribute to society. Yes, I'm old school. I'm not a politician, not a polished politician, nor am I politically correct. I've been called brutally honest, and what you see is what you get. You can expect me to do what is right for the community, not special interest. Auburn is my special interest. My home, it's our home. A vote for me is a vote for you and your voice. In closing, I'd like to quote two revolutionaries. One, an Irish political philosopher from the 1700s, Edmund Burke, and the other, a black activist from the 1970s, Malcolm X. All evil needs to succeed is for good men to do nothing, and if you're not a part of the solution, you're a part of the problem. Mic drop.
Hi everyone, I'm ROBYN MULENGA, and I'm a school board director for the Auburn School District. I'm running in this upcoming election for Auburn City Council position number 5. I'd like to share with you on why I'm running, how I plan to address the concerns of our city, and talk about my experience that qualifies me to run for this position. I'm running because I want to be a voice for our whole community. My vision for this position is to be a conduit for issues that are important to you. As I've been going door to door and throughout the city, meeting folks, listening to the concerns that you've raised, I've heard you want a clean city, free from illegal dumping and graffiti. I've heard that you want a downtown that's revitalized, and you want a safe, affordable city to live in. You also want to see an end to the homelessness with services that are available to those that need it most. And I want to address these issues and more. I've been a resident of Auburn for the past 14 years. This is where I have chosen to raise my children. Auburn feels like a tight-knit, close community, and that fosters family. We are a community. And as a community, we look out for each other and we help each other. To address the issues for a safer city, I would like to see more neighborhood watches implemented. If you see something, say something. In addition, we need greater police presence. Currently, our police have been getting out into the neighborhoods and letting the community know that they are available to help them and to not hesitate to call. One of the residents I talked to let me know that his policeman lives in his neighborhood and has said he can come over at any time, day or night, for help. This is an example of the over 200 police men and women that we have in our department ready to serve and protect. My goal is for our whole community to feel safer, knowing that our police and our neighbors have our back. We have seen businesses here in Auburn come and go, but we know Auburn is growing. You can just look at the influx of students we've had in the Auburn School District. We are the fastest growing school district in all of King County. And that signals that we have a lot of new families here in our community that need places to shop and dine at. To revitalize the city of Auburn, I would like to see a walkable downtown with various businesses and other retail stores. And I would like to survey you, our community, to see what kind of shops and dining options you would like to see here in Auburn. In addition, attracting more businesses will bring in more revenue, which is a benefit for our city. To address the issues of homelessness, the City Council is currently working on trying to bring a 270-unit facility to our community to make housing available for the homeless. This is a step in the right direction, but we need services for them at the facility as well. Services such as mental health treatment, drug addiction, rehabilitation, job placement services, and a food pantry. Currently, the city sends people to Seattle to receive this care, but we need this care right here in our community. My goal is to work with these organizations to provide this care remotely so that we can have it right here at our facility on site for our homeless population. I felt welcomed to this community and honored when you, the Auburn voters, elected me as your school board director for the Auburn School District. I've taken my role seriously, and more importantly, I have moved initiatives forward, like racial equity, our strategic plan for the district, where the goal is for all students to graduate, and I've pushed forward a bond that has brought 8 new schools to our community. I am now harnessing all this experience I have gathered to expand my sphere of influence to address pressing issues within our city, as well as create a welcoming environment where residents want to live, work, and see their businesses flourish. I know how to work well with others. I know how to partner, and I'm ready, and I will get things done for you. I have been endorsed by Deputy Mayor Bill Pelosa, City Council members John Holman, Robert Baggett, and Claude DeCourcy. School Board Directors Laurie Bishop, Ryan Van Quill, former School Board Director Ann Bonnick, and former School Board Superintendent Kip Herring. Your top leadership here in Auburn is behind me 100%. Please join them by voting for me in the upcoming election on Tuesday, November 5th. Thank you for your support. For more information about my position on other issues, you can reach me at ROBYN for City of Auburn at Outlook.com or at Facebook at ROBYN for City of Auburn. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ryan Burnett, and I'm running for Auburn City Council, position number 5. Let me start by telling you a little bit about myself. After graduating high school valedictorian, I joined the Army for 2 years. I decided not to re-enlist and became a chef after I came back home to Seattle. For 20 years, I've dedicated my career to being the best chef, mentor, and leader that I can be, and have led many teams to successful restaurant openings and rebrandings. I manage a budget of up to $40 to $60 million, so I'm used to looking at income statements and dealing with these types of numbers. I live in the city, I work in the city, my children go to school in the city. Every decision the City Council makes affects mine and my family's life. I'm passionate and I'm determined, and when I decide to solve an issue, I won't stop until I find a solution. 3 problems in the city that I'd like to address and solve are crime, as it is at an all-time high. 92% of America's cities are safer than ours, and I'm just not happy with that number. I believe we need to divert more funds towards our emergency services, and we need to place an emphasis on public safety. As my children walk down the street to their friend's home, I want to feel that they will be safe and I don't have to worry that anything will happen to them, and I'm sure that you want to feel the same. Homelessness is on the rise in our community. You can see it all around us, and there are many reasons why people and families become homeless. It's my belief that we need to coordinate multiple services together in order to address these issues and get our citizens and our families off the streets. I've been endorsed by the Realtors Party as we agree that we must increase housing for all income levels in order to free up housing for lower income families and individuals. And I'll be working with the Realtors Party to make that happen. As I look at our city's budget, I'm worried for our future. If we continue on this manner, we will be bankrupt in a few years. It's my intention to get us back to financial basics. Let's spend less than we're earning, and let's bring in more revenue. Let's attract more businesses and more types of businesses so that we can bring in more revenue for the city. So please help me improving our city and vote for Ryan Burnett for Auburn City Council.
Hello, my name is Bob Baggett, and 4 years ago you elected me as your representative to serve you on the Auburn City Council. My slogan at the time was motivated to serve, and that has remained unchanged today. First, a few words about who I am. I'm a native of Santa Monica, California, and have a BS degree in Business Management and Organizational Behavior from the University of San Francisco. I have a wonderful wife whose name is Patty, and we've been married for 35 glorious years. I was a Cub Master and a Scoutmaster for my son when he was young, and also a soccer dad for my daughter. I served as president of 3 homeowner associations for more than 30 years. I retired from the Boeing Company after a 45-year career in various leadership positions. I also served 8 years here in the City of Auburn on the Planning Commission before being elected to the City Council in 2015. Auburn has been my home for more than 23 years, and during that time I have seen our population increase dramatically as developers and home builders alike struggled to meet the demands of residents attracted to our city. Well, enough about me. It hasn't all been a smooth ride, as we have also seen the homeless population increase significant rise in opioid addiction, citizens with behavioral health problems, and watch the city planners and public works grapple with the demands for affordable housing while providing road and infrastructure maintenance to meet the demands of our growing population. We are now a city of over 84,000 people and with a growth rate of 4,000 to 6,000 per year. Some recent good news is that our mayor and city council approved the Auburn Resource Center that will be a 23,000 square foot facility located here in Auburn, will be a one-stop shop for our city's homeless and less fortunate citizens. It will provide more temporary and transitional housing and sheltering for the homeless and house the Auburn Food Bank that will be relocated and expanded at this new location. Other health and human services will also be available to help those with mental and behavioral health issues and addictions. Sound Transit is moving forward with building a second transit parking structure here in Auburn. Expanded Metro bus service, including new rapid ride routes, a third rail to support commuter rail travelers, and our growth in the downtown area with more housing, recreational, and shopping choices. As your council member, I remain motivated and dedicated to move Auburn forward to prosperity. And I will continue to work collaboratively with our mayor and our city council colleagues and to increase public safety, support the downtown and south corridor expansions, develop new businesses, and job growth that promises family wage jobs. Work towards the availability of a quality education for all of our youth. Encourage and strengthen tribal and multicultural development and growth within our very diverse city. Ensure adequate revenue streams for future city budgets. Assure fair and equitable tax and fee structures for our citizens. These are only a few of Auburn's challenges and opportunities, and we can accomplish these together with common sense solutions to resolve any of Auburn's issues. I remain accessible to all citizens of Auburn and hope you will continue to support my re-election campaign and vote for me in November to continue representing you as your city council member. Thank you.
Hi, my name is VERA ORLANDIC-HODAK. I'm running for City Council, position 7. I am originally from former Yugoslavia. I was married, I had a child, and I was owner of a construction supply company with hundreds of employees. Over 25 years ago, war broke out in my country. I left everything and fled with my child to United States, as raising a child over there at the time did not make any sense. I started here with any job I could get at the time and went to school at the time, at night. So still caring for my son. I am now project manager at the Boeing company, and I know well finance, project management, business, as well as personal relationships. I'm grandmother and mother, and I want to give back to Auburn. That is a reason why I am running for City Council. For 5 months, I walk neighborhoods asking people for their concerns. I talk with the people on the North End, downtown, West Hill, Lee Hill, south part of Auburn, Lakeland Hill, and also Muckleshoot Plateau. And in each of those areas, there are people who live for generations, and some of them just came recently to Auburn. They come from different backgrounds, go to different churches, go to different schools, and have different needs. Since I speak several languages, with many of them I was able to connect on a very personal level and hear your concerns. More than 7,000 people in Auburn have told me that they want to be safe in their neighborhoods, in their cars, in the store, and especially for kids to be safe in a school. You told me you care for those people in needs, women and families that have no home, people addicted to drugs, alcohol, or with mental health problems, and those who want help should get it. I believe you said that those that don't want help and prey on people should be arrested and go through the legal system. I hear you. That's my first priority. You told me you want clean, safe city. You said downtown and all Auburn should be cleaned. I agree with you. That's my second priority. You want city services, but not more taxes. You want more businesses. You want city to stay with a budget. Many people think that more taxes on businesses will mean fewer businesses in Auburn. I hear you. Stay with a budget. Cut fees to bring new businesses we want to have here. I agree with you. It's my third priority. You also want better roads. You want plan for what roads will get fixed and when. Then let people vote for those plans. I hear you. It's my fourth priority. I hear you. So please vote for VERA ORLANDIC-HODAK.